All right, nice job there, Nietzsche.
Thanks.
Andi eya nana boozhoo, andi eya nana boozhoo.
Oh my beanie, oh my beanie.
Ani eji eya yan,
Mimi no eya mi gwetch.
giga waba minawa. Andi eya anamosh, andi eya anamosh.
Oh my beanie, oh my beanie.
Ani eji eya yan,
Mimi no eya mi gwetch.
giga waba minawa. Andi eya Benjamin, andi eya Benjamin.
Oh my beanie, oh my beanie.
Ani eji eya yan,
Mimi no eya mi gwetch.
giga waba minawa. Andi eya Michael, andi eya Michael.
Oh my beanie, oh my beanie.
Ani eji eya ya,
Mimi no eya mi gwetch.
giga waba minawa.
Okay, BOOZHOO, and welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. What? You gonna nudge yourself? Oh yeah, I am NANABOOZHOO, and over here, the lovely and the talented Natasha. Ikadon boozhoo weenie mushane. Say hello, sweetheart.
Hello, sweetheart. Nah.
And over here, the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons. Ikadon boozhoo Niji. Say hello, brother and friend. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. And yeah, welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the live stream evening show on this Tuesday night. You know, I was thinking about calling tonight, sweetie.
Neo Geisha good?
Well, that's what I would call Tuesday normally, second day. But it's not really the daytime, it's nighttime now. So I think we should call Tuesday night Nijo Dibikud, just Nijo Dibikud, second night, meaning Tuesday.
You don't want to call it Nijo Geisha good, Dibakud?
Nijo Gisha Good Dibakud? It is the second day night. We probably could, actually. That probably is how they say it. I don't know. I'm not a fluent Ojiberish speaker, if I have to be honest. I only, I speak Bungi Anishinaabe Moan. Anishinaabe Moan, what's this you're saying? I hear you say. Well, let me tell you. We're going to be talking about the Anishinaabe, the human. Let's talk Gagi Gado. Gagi Gado. Let's speak about being Anishinaabe and what some people don't like me using the term Ojiberish. Anishinaabe Moan. This is the Indian language, you guys. And if you want to speak in the Indian language, you would say Anishinaabe Motau. Anishinaabe Motau. to speak Indian. But that's also the name of the I'm not sure what it was. Lakeland Public Television Ojibwe pilot episode, I guess. They're going to do an Ojibwe show. This is kind of a funny story. I shouldn't say that. I hate it when people preface a story with, this is a funny story, and then you set up your expectations and it can't be that funny. But a number of years ago, I was invited to be on a panel or a group of, community experts or something. I was invited to Lakeland Public Television. And there was a couple of kids who had just graduated from college. That's what I call them now, because I'm old. A couple of youngsters. We're going to put on a children's show in Ojibwe. Think Sesame Street, only with the Ojibwe language. And so I was like, yeah, man, that's right up my alley. I want to get in on that. But the problem was they invited like 20 people, 20 different Ojibwe people. Not even all speakers or anything, None of us were experts. But these guys, they were non-Indian guys, and they're afraid. They didn't want to get it wrong. They're like, okay, guys, give us a lot of help. We're going to do this half-hour show, and it's going to take us about 11 months, maybe 2 years to create, to produce. I'm like, what? It's going to take you 11 months to 2 years for 20 minutes of TV content? Why? I do an hour every day. But, so they did the thing, and they got old Tony Troyer's daughter to host it. Man, she was just great.
Maddie Troyer?
Yeah. Maddie Troyer, perfect host for this little children's television show, Just cute, really good Ojibwe speaker. But then, the rest of the show was kind of, they brought a camera out to the bug school. Here, look at these kids counting to 10. But that little Maddie, she was good. And then, I don't know. But the point of the story is they called it the Anishinaabe Motau. Did they? Or did they call it Ojibwe Motau?
I don't remember anymore.
Maybe I dreamt that. I'm not sure what they called it. But then I don't know if they ever had a second episode or not. Anyway, how you guys doing? Out there in Indian country. Kaya's here, sweetie.
No way! BOOZHOO, Kaya!
Well, BOOZHOO, Kaya. Can we get a gold star for Kaya for being a first in class?
Yeah, gold star for Kaya.
Uh-oh, Jim Dunn's here, and he's already tied one on. BOOZHOO, Niji. Let's get a silver star for Jim Dunn because he brought in a couple of beers.
Hey, Jim. How's it going, my brother? Silver star for Jim.
And Hoa, cousin Missy. Hey, BOOZHOO, cuz. Let's get the bronze star for Missy. Missy says, well, hello, brother. Well, BOOZHOO, Niji. We had pizza with Missy and Avery last night. That was fun.
Yeah, huh?
I had finished the rest of that pizza by about 2 in the morning. Picked up my mom from the airport. Bemidji is a great airport. If you're ever traveling, like the rest of the country, you might notice that most airports are like some sort of Orwellian nightmare, as they say.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Yeah. It's busy, a million people, security checkpoints, voices in the air, Due to the coronavirus lockdown, blah, blah, blah. Federal and local mandates. Take off your shoes. Don't you remember the shoe bomber? You all got to take off your shoes. We're still doing that. But it can really wear you out, But then Bemidji people, when they finally fly into Bemidji, yeah, we have an airport. Believe it or not. There's a plane once a day comes up here from Minneapolis and goes down to Minneapolis once a day. But you walk in there and like nobody's there. It's you and the janitor. And I'm waiting around for my mom to show up. Finally, they show up. They finish turning on the lights.
Yeah.
And, it's just so easy to get your luggage and you walk out to your car. You're just parked by the side of the airport because there's no security in Bemidji. I mean, who cares? That's the great thing about little towns. Anyway, but then get home, so I had to give Mom my bed. And I'm like, no, I'll be fine sleeping on couch cushions on the floor. Because I don't have we don't have a real couch. We just have a love seat. And, it's pretty comfortable for about 5 minutes at a time when you're lying with your feet up in the air, with your legs up in the air. But, so still awake at 3 a.m. Bagheera's freaking out. I can't fall asleep. And I just finished that pizza. Going, well, if I just overdose on cheese, maybe that'll help me sleep. And it did. I fell asleep after that. Hey, sweetie, you're not going to believe who's here.
Who's that?
Aiden White.
What? The Aiden White?
The Aiden White, I think, unless it's somebody who's pretending to... Is this the real Aiden White? BOOZHOO, Aiden, welcome to the show. I can't believe it. Come on, you guys. Straighten up. Aiden's here. We got to be on our best behavior. We're going to talk about the Ojibwe language, the Indian language. Anishinaabe Moen. I saw a cartoon once, had this guy pushing a lawnmower, and he had braids, and underneath it just said, Anishinaabe Moen.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
The Indian language. What can I say? Anishinaabe Motao. Why do we speak Indian, sweetie?
Gawin Ningakane Danzine. I don't know.
You mean you don't remember?
Or whatever.
You're asking me, will our love grow? Gawin Ningakane Dan... No, you were right. Gawin Ningakane Danzine. I don't know. Gawin. No. Ningakane Danzine. Kikane Danzine. I don't know. Gagi Gadu. We got to come up with a better answer to why we do this, sweetie.
Why do we do it? Why do we have to have a good answer?
Because we're doing another radio interview.
Oh, that's right. What radio show are we going to be on?
We're going to be on a radio show out of St. Cloud. Or as the Indians called it when I was in college, White Cloud.
Is that right?
Yeah, St. Cloud had a reputation among the BIPOCs.
What's a BIPOC?
The black Indian people of color. The brown student union people. I would tell them that I lived in St. Cloud for a year, and they're like, "What? You're kidding? And you mean in White Cloud?" I go, "White Cloud? What do you mean?" He goes, "Oh, that town's so white. That's a really white town." I'm like, well, have you ever been to New Ulm? But or anywhere for that matter. So I didn't understand. To me, St. Cloud was just a big city. Because we're from small towns.
Yeah, compared to LaPorte, it's a really big city.
Yeah. But it was also, in the 80s, St. Cloud won an award. I mean, this is some award for being one of the greatest college party towns in the country by, I think it was like Playboy magazine or something. They're like, yeah, those guys really know how to drink. It's like, no, what the issue is, we have one of the highest rates of alcoholism. Due to the cold and the snow, yeah, Minnesota people know how to drink. Like, I think even Paul Stanley was surprised.
What do you mean?
When he came to Moon Dance, remember that? He gets on stage and he's like, "Whoa, you guys really know how to drink here. I can smell the beer breath all the way up here," from the stage. Because it's just a sea of drunken Kiss fans. And they drank so much beer at Moon Dance that their breaths, it was just a cloud of beer. Anyway, why am I talking about this?
We have to come up with a good answer to why do you teach Ojibwe?
Oh, yeah. What do you guys think? Why? Because I got caught kind of flat-footed at the Indian Country Today interview. We did an interview with the PBS show Indian Country Today. And the lady naturally goes, why is it so important to teach the youth, the young people of tomorrow, how to speak Anishinaabemowin? And I go, I don't know if it is that important. I'm not sure what is important, but I mean, it's kind of fun to say BOOZHOO to your cousins and be able to, sling some lingo. But you know what they actually want to hear?
What do they want to hear?
Oh, especially because it's going to be like a college radio town thing. They're going to want to hear us say, well, the Anishinaabe language, Ojibwe-Mowin, was robbed from our ancestors because of the boarding schools. They called us racists if we didn't want our children to learn English. Remember that?
Yeah, it was actually U.S. government. First time they used the term racist was calling Indians racists.
Yeah, we were the first racists in America because we didn't want, some of the Indians didn't want to let their kids lose their language. Boarding schools made it, forbid you from speaking Ojibwe or any Indian language. That's the thing. Anishinaabe-Mowin could be Dakota too. It could also be Navajo or whatever. It's just the non-English language of whatever tribe you're from. For us, it'd be Ojibwe. But to speak Indian, so part of this will be our answer. When the radio guy asks us why it's important, I'll say something like, so much of reclaiming our culture is reclaiming our identities as Anishinaabe people, as original people to this land, as the descendants of the boarding school survivors of all this, as a tribute to my ancestors, and as a way to cultivate and grow my identity in my community of, of my Indian cousins. We learn the language so we can honor our elders.
Do you think they'll like that?
Yeah, I do. What do you think?
I think they'll eat it up with a spoon.
They'll probably eat it up with a spoon. You know what else is good to eat with a spoon?
What's that?
Red corn.
Red corn?
Yeah. A lot of people want to eat red corn with a fork, but it rolls, you need a spoon. Isn't that right, John?
Hey, is John Redcorn here?
He sure is.
BOOZHOO, John.
BOOZHOO, John. What's going on? Cousins? John speaks fluent res. Hey, cousins. Cuzinz. Cousins. Sup, cousins. Skoden. Studus. It's Majan. But actually, you know what? I kind of feel like teaching Ojibwe, it just sort of evolved from Michael's comic strips. What do you mean? You know how you were teaching a word of the day with your comic strip, OJIBERISH? Yeah. I'll tell him something about how people were asking us how to pronounce these words and how I felt like we should film something where people could hear it, And then that just kind of snowballed and grew into this monster, into this live stream monster we call the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. Or we might someday call it gibberish. Although, you know what, sweetie? Missy had a good idea yesterday.
What's that?
She was talking about doing the children's show. If we do our children's show, we might call it, she thought we should save the name OJIBERISH for like a shorter show kind of geared for children.
And call it a gibberish?
Yeah.
Instead of BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO?
Yeah, because BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO makes no sense unless you speak a little Ojibwe.
Yeah. Most people have no idea what BOOZHOO or NANABOOZHOO means.
Yeah. I think they think I'm like Grandma BOOZHOO or something. Oh, is this Nana BOOZHOO? It's like, no. Tish Bite Wingnut 47.867. I'm not one and done. Are you one and done? One and done. Yeah, that's another res slang. We're going for one and done. Meaning, oh, we're going to have one beer and we'll go home. That's it. One and done. It's a happy-go-dopey day for me. Happy-go-dopey. They used to say happy-go-lucky. And then the casinos came to the reservation and people stopped believing in luck. Do you believe in life after luck? Anyway. But so yeah, this teaching Ojibwe, I guess it gave us sort of a direction of why we should be on YouTube. Like, what's the point of this? I'm not going to listen to this guy sing a song unless we're getting some out of it. So we teach a word of the day. And then that just led to telling stories, which eventually led to the live stream and just talking to people. Rambling on with Earth 1000 Blam. Blam. Mag On. You ever watch Mag On? Mag, the Bitter Truth? Blam. You never understand. I already told you. I love the Mag, the Bitter Truth.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I don't think you can see Mag, the Bitter Truth on YouTube. I'm pretty sure he got censored. But he's one of these truth channels. And he'll have you believe in everybody in Hollywood's trans actors on the world stage wearing makeup or masks even. Because it's not human. That everybody's a lizard person, a reptile, shapeshifter or whatever. Meg the Blam On, he says.
Hey, sweetie.
Yeah?
We got a call on line 2.
Line 2? You gotta be kidding me. I wonder who this could be. Caller, welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air.
Hee hee. Hey, NANABOOZHOO. It's me, Michael Jackson. Hee hee hee.
Hey, Michael Jackson. Speaking of weirdos.
We weren't speaking of weirdos. No, it's ignorant. I'm not a weirdo. I'm just a child at heart.
Yeah. Hey, can I ask you a question, Michael?
No, that's ignorant. I want to learn the Ojibwe word of the day.
Yeah, I'll teach you Ojibwe in a second. But, you know this Mag, the Bitter Truth channel or whatever? This guy was always pointing out all the fakery in the news and stuff. And how everything's like a false... Is false flag a word you can use on YouTube?
I don't know.
But he would suggest that you were probably trans and some sort of devil puppet here to mislead the masses and its stupid sheep and stuff. Is there any truth to that?
No, that's ignorant. I had impetigo, and so I just had to, I had to use makeup to smooth out my skin. That's all. That's all.
You never had... Come on. We all know you had plastic surgery, but is that an actual, like, Michael Jackson mask? Like, just prosthetic latex, whatever?
No, it's ignorant. Okay, I had my nose done. Maybe I had my nose done, but that's it. That's it. The lies. The media, it lies to you.
You had more than just your nose done. Is it true you had your eyelids tattooed?
No, that's ignorant. I just put a little makeup around my eyelids so my eyes will pop. And you can see my eyes from the stage. And I can dance and I can sing. Hee hee. Shamoa.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you're not a good person to ask about this stuff. Meg, the Bitter Truth, has me thinking that Hollywood. You know, they say Hollywood. The Hollywood itself is like the wood that a magic wand is made out of, or something.
Oh, yeah.
And that everything is like a spell, an illusion.
It's an illusion because it's a magical place. It's a place where dreams come true. It's Never Neverland.
Yeah, I heard about Never Neverland.
No, that's ignorant. And that's ignorant. I would never harm a child. I'm just a child on the inside. Hee hee! Shamoa!
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to learn the Ojibwe word of the day. Can I please learn the Ojibwe word of the day?
Yeah. So tonight we were talking about, it's Tuesday night. And normally we'd call Tuesday the second day. Nijo Gija Good. But since it was night, I was thinking maybe we should call it Nijo Dibik Good. Second night. Or Tuesday.
Nijo Dibik Cud. The second night. Tuesday. Tuesday night. Hee hee!
Yep. And what else were we? Oh, we were talking about Anishinaabe. Anishinaabe, a lot of people think that's the word for Native American. But it's actually a word for human.
Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Why does it do me that way? I like living this way. Anishinaabe.
Yep, Anishinaabe, human. What's that song about, Michael?
That song is about if anyone asks you why I like to do you that way, just tell them it's human nature.
What do you mean by do you that way?
Shamoa! No, the thing is...
Come on, Michael, Michael, you can gagido talk. Talk to us.
No, my lips are sealed. I won't say a thing. Shamoa!
Okay. And finally, what else were we talking about? Oh, how the Ojibwe language, or the Indian language, we call Anishinaabe Moen.
Anishinaabe Moen. Indian language. Shamoa!
Yep. Or Anishinaabe Moen.
No, that's ignorant.
We say Anishinaabe Motao. When we want to tell someone to speak in the Indian language, Anishinaabe Motao.
Anishinaabe Motao. That's to speak Indian. Shamoa!
Okay. Listen, Michael, I better let you go. I gotta get moving here.
All right. How do you say goodbye in Ojibwe language or in Anishinaabe Moen?
Hey, very good. In Anishinaabe Moen, we say, we don't say goodbye. We say, Gigawaba Min, Minowa.
Gigawaba Min, Minowa. Shamoa!
Yeah, okay. Gigawaba Min, Minowa, Michael.
Wow, Michael Jackson, the king of pop.
Yep, the king of pop. I don't know. I don't like how casually he jokes about those very serious allegations and very serious things that happened. I'm sure happened, allegedly, on Neverland Ranch.
Yeah, Neverland. It's like never bring your kids around Michael Jackson.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, hey, Sure Realist is back. Bonjour, Sure Realist. Sure Realist is here, sweetie.
Bonjour! What's up, my girl?
And Curtis Mills. I'm not as late this time. You gotta cut yourself some slack, Curtis. We came on really late. It was just one of those weird days. I didn't get things together. Should I tell the story about our visitor this afternoon?
I don't know. I mean, it's just so tragic.
Well, now that we did that, do you think she watches the show?
There's no way she watches the show.
Okay. Nah, because some of her family watches the show and they'll think I'm picking on her. But they know the truth. There's a woman who stops by here occasionally who's has some mental health issues. And I've gotten to the point where I tell her not to come in. It's like, no, you can't. Not today. I'm too busy. Just go away. And I feel guilty because it's cold and winter outside, but you know, her mental state is so bad that she can't even like carry a conversation. She just comes in and is just really out there. And I asked her if she was, I actually asked her today, I go, has anyone talked to you about your mental health issues? What? No, I don't have mental health issues. I'm sure someone must have suggested you go see somebody, right? What? No, not insulted. And I go, is it drugs then? Are you tripping on something right now? This is a normal behavior. And, but she could barely respond and, not insulted or anything, but just didn't know what was going on. She wanted to come in, hey, you got a phone charger? Like, what? You just came to my house to use yeah, okay. Then I offered her coffee and, then we just sat there uncomfortably for what felt like an hour. I don't know how long she was here. Finally, she left after a bunch of weird, hey, can I get a ride to Cass? No, my car's frozen. I was glad the pickup was frozen. Had a good excuse. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I guess you have me confused with the bus station. That's down, a few blocks away. Anyway. Oh, God. Hey, Vicky King is here, sweetie. No way, Victoria King. Mm-hmm. How you doing, Victoria? BOOZHOO Nijikwe. BOOZHOO. My sister? Or it's like female friend. Nijikwe. How you doing? She says Natasha is original people. Natasha, I am everyday people. What do you mean by original people? Is that what Natasha means? Oh, is that what my name means? Maybe. Or maybe that's what Anishinaabe means, original people. A lot of Indian people like to say that. Oh, you know what it means? It means like people who were originally here and deserve to be here and have rightful claim to Turtle Mountain. So go take it easy. We are the First Nations. Okay. But are you? How do you know? How do any of us know? Oh, we have the oral tradition. That's what they say. Yeah, I know. Like somehow our history is uncorruptible. Yeah. What, because we have talking animals, stories that tell us what happened in the old days? I don't know. I don't know any. I don't think anybody knows what happened before 1985. You think that's when the memory starts? That's when the historical memory. Anything pre-1985 is pure conjecture. Nobody can prove in 1984 even existed. That's why that book was written. Oh, really? Yeah, that's the connection. It was a great reset in 1985. And that's all I know. Okay. What's going on? System of Control's here. BOOZHOO, System of Control. That sounds like the name of an album. It probably is. Like System of a Down. System of a Down syndrome. Flat Stuff Earth is back. Billies everywhere. Billies are everywhere, sweetie. Is that an English term? I wonder. Is Flat Stuff Earth from England? Are you from England then? The Billies, I think that's what they call cops. The police officers. Oh, the Billies are here. Because they don't use guns. They just have billy clubs and whistles. Is it still like that? I don't know. My image of England is a little outdated. It's probably based in the 1970s. I picture these the English cops having those tall hats and a billy club they just swing around. And a little notepad where they write up people tickets, but they don't, They're not like American cops where they just judge, jury, and executioner. Hey, this guy's trying to pass a 20. Oh, have no fear. Minneapolis cops are here. I'll kill him. Let me get my knee on his neck. All right, he's dead. What? Nothing to see here. Everyone... What? What lives matters now? I thought you wanted me to kill him. He was trying to pass it. That was embarrassing. What are you doing? That's my one-man stand-up routine. The inside life of... Who's the guy who killed George Floyd? What was his name? You would think we'd remember that. Yeah. I'm going to do a one-man theater production of the inner life, the inner thoughts of Officer George Floyd killer. He had a weird name. I can't believe I forgot his name already. Do you think that really happened? I don't know. I mean, there's nothing to make me think it was a staged event. But because it was on the news and it had all this stuff behind it, it sure seems like something. There's something that smells about the whole George Floyd officer. I know I'll think of it in a second. Missy, do you remember what the name of the cop who killed George Floyd was? I think the actor was in a reality show about a taxi cab driver, but it's one of these weird things where George Floyd had this real sketchy past. Each brother impersonates Chevalier. Chevalier. Is that his name? Officer Chevalier? Kevlar? I'll think of it in a second. What was I thinking? Derek Chauvin. Thank you, Missy. Derek Chauvin. Oh, that chauvinistic pig. Derek. This is the inner workings of Derek Chauvin. Hark, what's that I hear? A call of distress. I, Derek Chauvin, in my policeman's best. I'm trying to rhyme it and make it sound like a children's book. Yeah, good luck. No, I can't do it. You ever wonder what it must have been like to be Derek Chauvin on that day? Gets the call. Caller, Officer Chauvin, please respond. $20 counterfeit bill is being passed off in a convenience store. Roger that, I'm on it. Woo, 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 woo. He gets up there, puts him in cuffs, kills him. You know. All right, this is Officer Chauvin. I've killed him. Over and out. What's that? Why are you screaming? I thought you wanted me to kill him. No, we're the Minneapolis police. Yeah, we've been doing this kind of thing for years. Okay, I don't have any jokes. If something got too dark. Yeah. Derek Chauvin. I mean, I'm not sad that George Floyd's dead or anything. It was like there's another one of those guys where they list, the things that they did beforehand. I mean, the guy was a piece of crap. He was a porn star, and he was from like Atlanta, and he had a rap sheet of armed robbery, pointing a gun into a pregnant woman's belly. Just a drug addict. I don't know. And then the story kind of falls apart in a weird way. Because apparently Derek Chauvin and George Floyd were good buddies. Both were in security at a strip club or something together. And you go, why would anybody hire Derek Chauvin for anything? And so they knew each other. Later on, Derek Chauvin poses for a picture like he's taking a knee at a NFL game. Oh, I don't stand for the national anthem, so I just took a knee on George Floyd's neck here. And then he accidentally died. What? Well, he shouldn't have tried to pass a $20 counterfeit bill. And then that sounds like of all the crimes that Derek Chauvin had committed before that day, the guy was a hardcore criminal, right? If you're dealing in drugs and using fentanyl, that's the top of the pyramid of drug usage. You are plugged in. And the guy was a porn star and apparently employed from time to time. He wouldn't have needed to try to fake $20. $20. So that was the crime that started all this, was that Derek Chauvin. No, this wasn't the time when he was robbing a pregnant woman or physically assaulting somebody. Or selling and buying drugs. No, this time his crime was drawing a $20 bill on a bar napkin and trying to pass it off as real. Hello, can I have some Skittles, please? Here's 20. And then what? And then this is the other thing where it falls apart. What? Who calls the cops when some 6'4" criminal walks in and passes off what you think is a counterfeit 20? Do you go, oh, one moment, sir? And he, what? Does he push the alarm underneath the counter? Or did he go and grab a phone and call 911? Excuse me, officer? Yes, there's a black porn star in here trying to pass off counterfeit money. Get down here right away. They wouldn't even show up for that. So, I don't know. The whole story seems stupid. The only thing we can count on, sweetie,
What's that?
is Robert Johnston.
Robert Johnston?
Yeah, Robert Johnston.
Is he here?
He sure is. What's up, Robert? What's up, Bobby? BOOZHOO.
BOOZHOO, Robert. Welcome to the show.
Oh, he might be a robot. He's got one of those weird vor red comments. I don't know what that means. But Kaya says, Victoria, I think it's 2 paper cups and a length of string. What do they got talking about? Oh, is there a word for radio in Ojibwe? Actually, there is. It starts with talking. And where's that word? Gagi Gado. Gagi Gado is in the word, but I forget what it is. But when I was looking this up, I was like, oh, that's the Ojibwe word for radio, huh? Yeah, Gagi Gado. And I forget, it's one of these kind of mashed together, made up words in Ojibwe, because we didn't have radio back in the day. Like, there's actually an Ojibwe word for airplane. It's like, really? You think they had a lot of airplanes back in the... Well, they had airplanes in the Sitting Bull Day, I guess. But I always think those new words are kind of weird. Gakino, Wigamig. Like college is all knowledge house. Yeah, okay. Because we didn't really have a word for college. Collage. Missy says, I can't find a word for radio. Oh, do you have the Ojibwe language dictionary? Look up in the Ojibwe part. Look under Gagido first. They won't have the word radio, but if you look under Gagido something, it's like talk in the air or something. Talking in the wind. It's like Gagido saw Newton speaking on the wind. Radio. Aguaching baboon. Outside, it is winter. Sure is, huh? You want to get up here, sweetie, and talk to the folks? Maybe you could go outside and say a little prayer in this winter.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'm going to let Natasha get up here and Ikadon, BOOZHOO, and say hello. Or I'm going to let her get up here and Gagi Gido and speak. But first, here's a song I'd like to dedicate to the BOOZHOO crew. Wait, which one is it? Oh yeah, this is for the BOOZHOO crew. To the lovely little crew, little community we have here, people who show up. Really appreciate it. This is your song. Miigwech Bizandawiyeg. Thank you for listening.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, who knows, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down the words. How wonderful life is while you're in the world. I sat on the roof and kicked at the moss, but a few of the verses, well, they've got me quite cross. But the sun's been quite kind while I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting, but these things I do, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down the words. How wonderful life is while you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down the words. How wonderful life is while you're in the world.
Oh no, we did this wrong. Take two. Oh, how amazing! Bloop. Okay, BOOZHOO.
Hi, sweetie.
Did you make it out there okay?
I sure did. Thank you for the technology of teleportation and not a cheesy green screen bit.
That's right, honey. Let me know if you want me to pick you up.
Okay.
Roger that. Over and out.
Over and out. Hey, everyone. Zoogie Pun. Zoogie Pon. I will say Zoogie Pon. That's how Benny Tones would say it. Zoogie Pon. But Zoogie Pon, it is snowing. And, Zoogie Pon, Wabun. It'll snow tomorrow. It's gonna get cold again tomorrow, too. I was gonna say a little prayer to the Great Spirit. Pray we don't freeze to death. No. I'm doing pretty well, but if I'm being totally honest and, just sharing it with you, I'm getting a little of the winter blues. I can tell that it's not easy to not get depressed and scared and have anxiety when there's no sun and it's so cold all the time. And that's always what we always say. We're like, oh, there's no snow and it's cold, or there's no sun and it's cold. That's why I'm depressed. But it's also life gets tough. Everything breaks down. Everything's a bigger hassle. Even a little thing like going out to get the mail. You gotta put on your boots. You gotta put on blah blah blah. There's shoveling, and then there's warming up the cars and thawing out your frozen pipes. There's all the floor gets dirty. And then other people suffer from depression, and so you get weirdness in your life just from, it's just a crazy time of year. So, tonight, when I offer my tobacco, Asema, I'm going to say, Kitchimanadu, Ontapana Niwi Asema, accept my tobacco, Great Spirit. Kitchimanadu, Daga we duka wishin. So, I can't remember the word for become. And then Gush Kingdom. Great Spirit, help me not to become sad. I don't know if I even want to say that. I don't just want to pray. Please help me feel just giggly and happy every moment of every day for the rest of my life. Never let me experience the emotion of sadness. I'm not saying that. Help me to just, walk with it in a cool way. Help me look good as I deal with the winter blues. I don't know. Miigwech. Kaishi kakina keku. Kaishi chike anungum. Thank you for everything that you do today. Apenge. Amen. I'm just waiting to see if he shows up. He doesn't always talk back. Sometimes when you pray, you just gotta, have faith that he's listening. Because he doesn't always talk back. And I've learned to be cool with that. Antarctica. I am Zayden Alt. BOOZHOO, Zayden Alt. What am I reading? I'm outside. I better go back. Bloop.
Okay, BOOZHOO.
Hi, sweetie. It's me, Natasha.
Well, hey there, honey. Did you want me to pick you up?
Yeah, would you mind?
Not at all. Hang on, I'm going to scan for your coordinates.
Okay.
1 to teleport.
Make it so, number 1.
All right. Don't move. I won't. Hey, sweetie. Welcome back.
Thanks.
How is it outside?
Not that bad. It's like, I don't know what they say. It's 12 degrees, but after being so cold, it feels warm.
Yeah. A month ago, 12 degrees was killing us. Now it's like a heat wave.
Yeah, 12 degrees feels balmy. But, yeah, I put out some tobacco, said a little prayer. And I was thinking about depression and that.
Oh, do you have the winter blues?
Yeah, a little bit. It's not as bad as it used to be. And I'm not, I'm fine. But I'm just noticing that it's easier for me to kind of tear up at a pretty song. I was watching videos on Facebook of just guys saving little babies from falling off stuff. And I was like, oh, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Dads saving their kids from bumping their heads or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then the anxiety is just, it's cool that we don't have, jobs.
What do you mean?
Well, like in winters past, this time of year, I'd really start hating my job.
Why?
Well, because I'd start getting so nervous that I'd get into trouble with the boss, or I was going to be late, or that something would go wrong. Just the anxiety I would start having would kind of translate into me worrying about my job too much. And then that would make me hate my job, which would distract me and make me do my job worse, and self-fulfilling prophecy. It's insane.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
What are you going to do about it?
I figured I'd just drink my way into spring.
Just drink yourself into a stupor?
Yeah. I mean, I'm no psychologist, but I think that's a good way to go.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, thanks. No, I'm just kidding. What am I going to do about it? I'm going to exercise a little bit. I'm going to make us drink the kale shake tonight.
Actually, we don't have kale. It's going to be a spinach shake.
Spinach shake? Good. We got to get some vitamin D in us. And gratitude list. Things I'm grateful for. We paid the rent. We paid the electric bill. Pipes are thawed out. We're not in trouble. The BOOZHOO crew is here. I don't know. Everything's okay. So I for one am not going to complain anymore. I would be king. Didn't we have that song somewhere?
Yeah.
Should we play it?
Do you want to play it at the end of the show?
We could. How much time do we have left?
Like 2 minutes.
We only have 2 minutes left? I haven't even said anything yet.
Yeah, I know. I kind of rambled off. We're talking about George Floyd and Derek Chauvin.
Derek Chauvin. How come, what's his face?
Yeah, I know who you mean. The fat guy who plays Trump on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin. How come he's not in jail?
I don't know. I can't figure that out.
I mean, Derek Chauvin kills a guy in the street. He goes to jail. Alec Baldwin kills a lady on the set. He was walking around free. Is it because he used a gun and not his knee?
I don't know.
I don't know. You're asking me, will our love grow? I don't know. Got weed and cocaine done see. Okay, here's something I don't understand.
What's that?
I read today that David Bowie, speaking of heroes, the David Bowie catalog just sold for $250 million. $250 million. Somebody said, hey, I will give you $250 million for what? The rights to Space Oddity? For Let's Dance?
How can he make any money? How does money work when it comes to music? I don't know. Like in the old days, I mean, they sold albums and stuff. Yeah, I get it. In the old days, in the 80s, then anybody who bought a Bowie album, they'd get a percentage. But no one's going to buy another David Bowie album. We get it for free on the internet. Every song you can just get on YouTube. Why would you buy a Bowie album? What, a CD? Are people actually going on Amazon going, I would like to order Day In, Day Out by David Bowie on compact disc. Please mail it to my house. But for some reason, in this weird world of economics, the David Bowie estate sold the rights to Bowie music to somebody for $250 million. I don't know. If you guys have any idea, let me know. Ohio means beautiful in Native American dialect. Ohio, Ohio, Ohio. The Innu speaking Yahweh servant. Oh, cool. Hey, we got a servant of Yahweh, sweetie.
Right on.
Hey, my sister in Yahweh. There's some people getting hardcore with a religion these days.
It's because it's the end times.
Yeah, I guess it's because the apocalypse. People are, there's a lot of people who are no longer hiding that they're like, yeah, I'm a follower of Jesus. What? That's right. I ain't ashamed. She says, means beautiful in a Native American dialect. Is that right? The Innu. Kaya says, aha, I thought you were saying hello in Cherokee. Osio. Osio. I heard something interesting. Speaking of Jesus, some people were suggesting that what if the New Testament took place in the south of France? Apparently, Mary Magdalene is buried in France. Pontius Pilate is in France. They found a bunch of the old characters in the Bible are buried in France. And I don't understand it, but the word for I am in French is Jésus. Or something like that. Jésus. It's like, and then there's stuff in the Bible about I am, meaning that is God. I am the Omega and the Alpha and the Omega. I am the beginning and the end. Actually, I'm more of the end of the show, huh, sweetie?
Yeah.
La, 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 do, do, do. Curtis Mills. We're back to records now. Are you listening to records again? I wouldn't mind. I kind of wish I had a record player in my records just for the ceremony of playing music like we did in the 80s. It's not the same thing to just, Siri, play Let's Dance by David Bowie. In the old days, you'd make a fire and burn a candle, get a couple of Pepsis or whatever, pull out this big old black vinyl record, move the arm, put it on the record, and you and your friends would sit and listen to 5 songs in a row, reading the back of the album, looking at the artwork, talking about the songs, the lyrics, the rock band, your girlfriends, whatever. And, that was a cool way to spend your time, that nobody gave us a pat on the back. We were kids listening to records. I mean, I'm the worst offender. When I got a CD player, I just stopped playing my records. Because it was true, my CD sound quality was way better. But ever since we got online, whatever year that was, I stopped listening to anything other than whatever's on the internet. I haven't played a CD since I don't remember when. What's happening to the world. Anyway, what are you looking at? Not much. What? How dare you? So, Kaya says I'm a vinylist. Yeah, I'm a violinist. And put the record sleeve on your head as an original hat. Origami hat. Yeah, remember that stuff? Records meant something. 2 turntables and a microphone. 2 turntables and a microphone. What's that song? 2 turntables and a microphone. Yeah. Well, you guys, I think that's all we have for tonight. You think we'll go on in the morning? Let's shoot for a morning show. All right. That's not very committal. Yeah, I hate making, saying we're going to be here in the morning and then we don't show up. I know. What's wrong with us? We're going to try to be here first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock. And, let's see. Maybe we'll do that. But until then, unless you want to add anything. Hey, we tell them about supporting the show. Oh, sure. If you would like to support the show, you can sign up on Patreon, or leave us a tip on PayPal, or leave us a tip on GoFundMe. Michael Lyons has Ojibwe language books, comics, coloring books for sale on Amazon.com. And, I don't know. Having said that, let me say this. Miigwech Ganawabi Egg. Thank you for listening, or watching. Thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This is NANABOOZHOO. Okay, miigwech. This is Michael Lyons. Thanks so much, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. And I will see you again. Gigawaba Min. Minawa. Hawa. Sweetie, one more time. If you wouldn't mind. I'd be happy to. 1 to teleport. Make it so. Number 1.